You can take the guest room or move out, my wife told me when her pregnant sister suddenly arrived with her husband. Great if you're out by the weekend. You can take the guest room or move out. My wife's words hit me like a blunt instrument. Her sister, glowing and pregnant, had arrived with her husband unannounced. My chest tightened, but I forced a neutral shrug. Then her sister added, cheerful, like a villain in broad daylight, "Great if you're out by the weekend." I moved out. Packing my life into boxes in silence, I felt a strange calm. Betrayal is a poison best handled slowly. Every item I tucked away, every photograph, every piece of paper became a stepping stone for what was coming. I remember the early days, before their smiles turned smug and their lies grew thick. My wife and I, inseparable, our bond forged through whispered dreams and late-night plans. Her laughter once warmed the coldest nights. I trusted her with everything, believed in her honesty as if it were a law of nature. And her sister, my friend too once, we shared secrets in the kitchen, laughed over cups of bitter tea. Then came the signs, subtle as a shadow sliding across a wall. A misplaced text on her phone, deleted too quickly. A weekend work trip that reeked of rehearsed alibis. I noticed the hesitation in her eyes, the small shifts in tone when she spoke about her sister. The truth hit me like a splash of ice water. My wife had planned it all. The sudden visit, the eviction, the friendly smiles hiding contempt. They thought they were clever. They thought I wouldn't see. But I did. I saw everything. And I waited. The planning took weeks. Quiet surveillance, phone records, receipts, conversations carefully recorded with invisible threads of evidence. I built a map of their lies, a blueprint of deception. Bank transfers, hidden debts, favors that looked innocent but were poison in disguise. I didn't rush. Revenge is a delicate art. It's measured, precise, and leaves no room for error. I found a small lawyer who specialized in property and family disputes. Not a vindictive one, just meticulous, efficient. Each call, each document, carefully placed to ensure the impact would be undeniable. Their smug confidence would crack. Mine would remain absolute. The day of execution was calm. I returned home under the guise of needing my things. Their laughter floated down the hallway, a false sense of security. I let it linger. Let them bask in their imagined victory. I revealed the first piece quietly. A bank statement slipped on the table, eyes flicking up in confusion. I watched her sister, pregnant, her hand trembling over the document. My wife's smile faltered, a twitch that betrayed panic. They hadn't accounted for patience. They hadn't accounted for the depth of my observation. Then I delivered the rest, one after another. A text she thought deleted, a hidden account draining resources, the evidence of manipulation and deceit laid bare. The panic set in like a storm. Her sister's voice trembled as she whispered, "He's lying! Mom, tell me he's lying!" I didn't answer. I let silence speak. My presence in that room was heavier than any lie they had spun. Their world, meticulously built on their deceit, crumbled in real time. The power shift was instantaneous, brutal yet silent. The fallout was exquisite. Friends and family who had been subtly complicit now looked to me with quiet awe. My wife, the architect of betrayal, tried to speak, to negotiate, but her words were hollow against the evidence, against the quiet authority I carried like a blade hidden in velvet. I walked away that evening, not in triumph, not in anger, but in a calm, steady certainty. The house was theirs again, but they no longer held the upper hand. They had gambled on my silence, on my patience, and lost. Alone in my new apartment, I reflected on the lessons carved deep into my chest by their treachery. Trust is a currency, and I had learned to spend it wisely. Revenge is not about chaos. It is about order restored, justice meted with precision. I felt no joy in their suffering, only the quiet, cold satisfaction of inevitability. The smirk had been replaced with panic, the false security with dread. They would remember this day for the rest of their lives. Not the way they wanted, not the way they imagined, but the way it needed to be. And as I sipped my coffee that night, watching the city lights blink in calm indifference, I whispered to myself, "You should have underestimated me. Next time, think twice." I had lost a home, yes, but I had regained control, dignity, and a lesson etched in steel. Betrayal has a price, and I had collected it in full. The weight of it didn't crush me, it sharpened me. And somewhere deep, a quiet smile formed. Because in the end, justice had a face, and it was mine.